Hi everyone, I am Sandhya, Department of Mathematics. Today we are going to discuss about the Fourier transform and inverse Fourier transform and Percival identity problem. Okay, first here we are going to see about the Fourier transform problem. F of x equal to a square minus x square. Here mod x less than a and otherwise 0. It is mod x greater than a, hence we want to find the three condition. See that 2 root 2 by pi. So here see, okay, this one and this one and this one. So in this first one we are going to solve a capital F of s. Second one we want to use the inverse Fourier transform. Third one we are going to use about the Percival identity. Okay, so in the function is given f of x equal to a square minus x square. Okay, here mod x less than a. So we use minus a and less than x less than a. Other is 0, otherwise condition. So what is the Fourier transform f of x? F of x equal to 1 by root 2 pi minus a to a square minus x square. Here e power I s x value is, what is that? So this is the expansion of e power so this is the expansion of e power isx. Okay, so next we want to split the real and imaginary part. So real part and imaginary part. Okay, next, so in this real and imaginary part, first next we want to see the limit. It is minus a to a. So first we want to check it is a odd and even function. You know, a square minus x square is a even function, cos x is a even function. So even is even into even is a even function. But here this is even function, this is odd function. So even into odd is odd function. In this odd function the value is 0. So only we get the even function value. Okay, so next, in this even function value, next we want to substitute the upper limit and lower limit. So first we want to substitute the upper limit x instead of a and the lower limit is 0. So here after that the substitution we get root 2 by pi minus 2a cos sa by s square plus 2 sin sa by s square. Next in this denominator is same, so s square 2 sin sa minus a is cos sa. So here 2 root 2 by pi sin then we want to substitute a equal to 1, so sin s minus s cos s divided by s power square. So this is the Fourier transform. Next we want to use the inverse Fourier transform. What is the inverse Fourier transform formula? The inverse Fourier transform formula is, okay, so in this e power isx is nothing but cos sx minus i sin I sin sx. Okay, so next we want to same procedure. First we want to split the real and imaginary part. In this here also after simplifying the real and imaginary part, so the real part is even function, the imaginary part is odd function. So the answer is 2 by pi 2 0 to a sin s minus s cos x divided by s cube. Here we want to comparing the second that is deduce that here then there is no causes occur. So here we want to substitute x equal to 0 and a equal to 1 already we want to substitute. So the value is, we want to substitute the left hand side also. Okay, so f of 0 f of a equal to 4 by pi 0 to infinity sin s my s cos x divided by s cube into dx. So here f of 0 value, so after this f of 0, so x equal to 0, so here the value is 1. So our f of x is, what is that, what is our f of x? F of x is a square minus x square. Here x is 0, so we get a value is 1. So the left hand side is 1. So the answer is sin s minus s cos s divided by s cube. After substituting s equal to t, that is sin t minus t cos t by t cube into dt equal to pi by 4. Next we want to use the Percival identity formula. The minus infinity to infinity f of x the whole square into dx equal to minus infinity to infinity the Fourier transform the whole square into dx. You know all the values of that is f of x value and f of here we want to substitute and applying the square term. Okay, so after we use the a minus b the whole square formula, then after the simplification we get 1 plus x power 4 minus 2x power 4 into dx. So the right hand side is 16 pi 0 to infinity sin s minus s cos s divided by s square s cube the whole square into dx. Next we want to substitute s equal to t. So this is the simplification of the left hand side. After the integrating with respect to x, 2 into x plus x power 5 divided by 5 minus 2x cube by 3. Then we want to substitute the upper limit and lower limit. So after the simplification the result is 16 by 15. So in this left hand side we have pi divided by 16. Here 16 get cancelled. The answer is pi divided by 15. So it is the Percival identity deduction. So in this problem we learned about how we can solve the Fourier transform and inverse Fourier transform, and how we can apply the Fourier Percival identity. So okay, thank you.